Hello and welcome to the final part of my Warcraft 3 playthrough. We're going to be wrapping up the main story and the Undead campaign. Interlude, Bowling Point. Or did I say Bowling Point? I meant Boiling Point. Hours later, near the base of the Ice-Crowned Glacier, King Arthas and the Nubrak finally reached the main stronghold of the Scourge.
We've made it in Ubarak. Our forces are already assembled and waiting.
Greetings, King Arthas. You've arrived just in time. Illidan's Naga and Blood Elf forces have taken up positions at the base of the glacier and...
Arthas, my champion. You have come at last.
Master?
There is a fracture in my prison, the Frozen Throne, and my energies are seeping from it. That is why your powers have diminished.
But how?
The rune blade Frostmourne was once locked inside the throne as well. I thrust it from the ice, so that it would find its way to you, and then lead you to me. And so it has. Now, we face a grave danger. My creator, the Demon Lord Kil'jaeden, sent his agents here to destroy me. If they should reach the Frozen Throne before you, all will be lost. The Scourge will be undone. Now hurry. I will grant you all the power I can spare.
I saw another vision of the Lich King. He has restored my powers. I know now what I must do. It's time to end the game. Once and for all.
Leaning on the fourth wall a bit. There's like two interpretations of what the Lich King says. One of them is that his energies are decreasing because when he thrust Frostmourne, it basically caused a leak in his prison, which I think is very silly. I think a much more logical explanation is that the unfinished spell that Illidan cast using the Eye of Sargeras damaged the Frozen Throne, and that's why the Lich King is weakening. Anyway, Chapter 8, The Symphony of Frost and Flame. Moments later, at the Scourge Stronghold, King Arthas and the Nubrak make their final plans to defend the Lich King's throne chamber. Also, if it is, like, due to the Eye of Sargeras, I feel like it makes the story tie really well together, since you're connecting at the beginning of the story with the ending a lot better. Anyway.
Time's running out in Ubarak. We've got to get inside the throne chamber before Illidan does.
The throne chamber lies within the frozen peak at the center of the valley. It can only be opened by activating the 4 enchanted obelisks that surround it. Illidan's forces have already entrenched themselves near 2 of them. We'll need to drive them back and reactivate the obelisks ourselves.
We're sorry to interrupt your meditation, Master, but all our forces are in place.
Once the chamber is opened, we will destroy the Frozen Throne, as promised.
Then the hour has come at last. After today, the Scourge will meet its end. Can you hear me out there, Arthas? Its end!
I think he heard you.
Illidan has mocked the Scourge long enough. It's time we put the fear of death back in No one orders me around.
Proceed.
Your pain shall be legendary. Tread lightly.
I have heard the summons. By no
No one orders me around. Where shall my blood be spilled?
my might cannot be
I
matched.
wish only to serve. Mercy. Speak, fool. This is more like inventory is full. At last. Finally. Frostborn hunger.
So you don't need to put the necropolis on lights. You can have more room to build other buildings.
Tread lightly. I bow to your will. Yes, Master. I gladly obey.
I have heard the summons.
Where shall my blood be?
I also like to build a second necropolis so that
Yes, Master.
one can produce acolytes and one can immediately start upgrading
Thy
into the
bidding,
halls of the dead.
Master. My fate is sealed. I cannot summon there.
You're out of your league, old king. You should have stayed hidden underground.
No one orders me. What is it now?
Make your
Speak,
choice.
fool.
And
I
send
wish
another
someone
acolyte
else
over here
Summon
to
like gladly obey.
begin haunting that second gold
Yes,
mine.
Master. Summoning is complete.
Foolish undead. This obelisk belongs to me.
Me around. At last. Finally. Frostborn is complete. At last. Speak, fool. What summoning is complete. Summoning is complete. Summoning is complete. Tread lightly.
I wait.
No one orders me around. Speak,
I
fool.
wait. I have heard the summons. By your choice.
Our forces are under attack. Tread lightly. No one orders me around.
Your choice.
What is it? This is more Finally. No one orders me around. The damned stand ready.
By taking the left side,
Speak,
you'll
fool.
Acquire a Sobi mask.
Summoning is complete.
And
More gold.
this is also important for making
No
sure
one
that
Summoning at last.
Illidan himself does
Frostborn
not
hunger.
grab the Sobi mask.
I've reached the first obelisk. It will take me a few moments to activate it. I'll need protection while I work.
Unlike all other AI heroes you've dealt with in the past, Illidan has the Orb of
Research
Kil'jaeden, but
complete.
an otherwise empty inventory,
What
which
is it
means that he can and will pick up items and use them. And that's also where the exploit of dropping the Horn of Clouds comes
This
in.
obelisk has been activated. We've got to push on.
If you want to, you can
Obelisk
cheese
is
this
now
mission that way.
active and under our control. However, Illidan will likely try to take it from us. We must defend this point at all costs.
Make sure to intercept this split up base. Or not base, attack force.
No one orders me.
I have heard the summons. We'll see.
No one orders me.
So yeah, what the Lich King meant by the Lich King has restored my powers is not that Arthas gets to be level 10 immediately again, but he starts at level 2 and he'll level back up slowly all the way to level 10.
What is it now? No one orders me. I bow to your will. My fate is sealed. Tread lightly. What is it now? No one orders me. What is it now? Tread lightly.
The next attack that will come in is the Naga from the right side. So we'll try to intercept that.
Speak, fool. Tread lightly.
Research complete.
No
Right
one
there.
orders me around. Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
Our forces are under attack.
Tread lightly.
Upgrade. Where shall my blood be spilled? Yes, master.
Speak.
Summoning.
Speak, fool. What is it now?
Wait.
Speak, fool.
Prioritize the creature upgrades and get 2 slaughterhouses. You're going to want mainly a force of Crypt Fiends for that DPS and anti-air. And
What is it now?
also a force of...
I have heard the summons.
What is it now?
Make your
Tread
choice.
lightly. Finally.
Inventory is full.
This is more like it.
Inventory is full.
Finally.
I'm just selling my stuff because
Speak.
I know that there's
This obelisk is mine.
other items later that will
What is it now?
I'll want space for. So yeah, you want Crypt Fiends, you want Obsidian Statues,
Summoning is complete. Summoning is
you want Destroyers as your anti-magic,
No one orders me around.
and you want
What is it now?
You rang.
No one orders me around.
Meat Wagons, of course, to take down buildings.
What
And then the rest you can basically fill with whatever you want.
tread lightly. No one orders me. Tread lightly. What is it now? Speak, fool. Tread lightly.
my life for Nezul. I wish only the dead stand ready. Where shall my blood be spilled? My fate is sealed.
I have heard the summons.
What is it now?
Time is fleeting.
Another obelisk has been activated.
I have heard the summons.
My life for Nezul. Research complete. Thy bidding, master.
You don't need to haunt all these gold mines, especially since doing so requires you to fill them up with acolytes.
I'll see to it.
Speak, fool.
Arthas.
You look different, Illidan. I guess the Skull of Gul'dan didn't agree with you. No one orders me. This is one. Frostmourne hungers. For the Lich King. What is it now? This is one. Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me. At last. Finally. Tread lightly.
There we go.
The summons.
Speak, fool.
Proceed.
What is it now?
I wait.
Speak, fool.
My life for Nezul. Thy bidding, master.
My might
Tread lightly.
cannot be matched.
No one orders me around.
My life for Nezul. I bow to your will. My fate is sealed.
Summoning is complete. Speak, fool.
My life for Nezul.
And build a Tomb of
Summoning
Relics
is
in addition to a Necropolis
What is
at
No one orders me around.
every base. Like,
Speak, fool.
every location that you might want to
No one
get to
orders me
quickly.
around. Research complete. Research complete. Tread lightly. This is more.
Our town is under attack.
Speak, fool. Tread lightly. No one orders me around. Speak, fool.
Your choice.
Tread lightly. Frostmourne Summoner is
Time.
summoning. Speak. No one orders me around. Summoner. Speak. Research complete. No one orders me around. Speak. Summoner.
I wish only to serve.
My might cannot be matched. Proceed. The time is now. Yes, Master. Time is fleeting.
Get Orbs of Corruption on both of your heroes.
The frozen throne.
And
My might
doesn't matter who,
cannot
but
be
get a
matched.
Skull of Town portal. This will allow you
I'll
to
consume the living and
quickly move around to the various different locations that you get attacked at.
Tread lightly.
your choice.
Research complete. I bid you, Master. No one orders me around.
Where shall my blood be spilled?
Time is fleeting.
Thy
Indubitably.
bidding, Master.
Tread lightly.
I serve only the frozen throne.
No one orders me around.
I have heard the summons. I'll see to it.
Tread lightly. What is it?
I serve only the frozen throne.
No one.
You can ditch the Staff of Negation once you have Destroyers to dispel for you.
What is it? No one. Speak.
Time is fleeting. Indubitably.
It's also very likely that
My might cannot be
after
matched.
fighting Illidan, one or both of your heroes will be low on mana.
Only the frozen
So use
I'll see to it.
use potions of mana and lesser clarity potions to fix that.
What choice? I serve only the frozen throne.
Tread lightly. What is it now?
Make your choice.
No one.
Sun is down.
Speak, fool.
I wait.
I like to have
Tread lightly.
Arthas in every hotkey group,
Speak, fool.
so that he can death coil everyone.
Tread lightly. Ah, at
I
last.
bow to your will. My sight is yours.
I
Speak,
have
fool.
heard the summons. Indubitably. I serve only the frozen throne. Time is fleeting. My Nerub. I'll see to it. I'll consume the living and the dead.
I shall be your
The first space you should take out is the Teal Naga base with Lady Vosh. The attacks it sends are nastier than the ones that come from Kale's base, and Kale's base is harder to destroy just because it's full of towers and the human masonry upgrades that make all the buildings much tougher.
Thy bidding, master. Thy will be done. Yes, master. My life for Nezul.
But first, before we go do that, we need to wait for a Blood Elf attack.
Tread lightly.
Research complete.
Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. This is more like it.
Thy bidding, master. I gladly obey.
Thankfully, you have vision around the obelisks so you can see the movements of the Naga around them.
I have heard the summons.
Research complete. Summoning is complete.
Kinky.
So whenever you see an attack incoming, just teleport to that location and
I'll consume.
buy another Scroll of Town portal.
Tread lightly.
Make your choice.
What is it now?
Summon
Speak, fool. At last. What is it?
I cannot do that.
What is it? No one orders me around. Finally.
Research complete. My sight is yours. Let's see. I wish
Time is fleeting. By Nerub. I have heard the summons. Speak.
Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me around.
I serve only the frozen throne.
Speak, fool. Tread lightly.
Time is fleeting. I'll consume the living and the dead. Indubitably. I'll consume the living and the
You can
dead.
find a Pendant of Mana here.
By Nerub.
Surprised the
What needs
Blood Elves
revealing?
haven't attacked yet.
I go unseen.
Let's see what they're
My
doing.
sight is yours. I'll look into it. Research
Oh,
I
here
go
they come.
unseen. All shall be revealed.
No one orders me around.
My life for Nezul.
What is it now? At last. Finally.
Are you still upset that I stole Jaina from you, Kale?
You've taken everything I've ever cared for, Artemis. Vengeance is all I have left.
Make sure to focus down the Phoenix Egg, because since it's not an attacking unit, your units will tend to ignore it,
This is more like it.
and then the Phoenix will just respawn
Tread lightly.
immediately.
Speak, fool.
And of course, make sure you're using Impale as much as possible to stun the enemy heroes.
I shall be your eyes. I'll look into it. What needs revealing? I go unseen.
Now, after that attack, Kale usually quickly follows up with another attack. of Dragonhawk riders.
Summon is complete.
Tread lightly.
My might cannot be matched. Indubitably.
Where shall my blood be spilled? Yes, master.
Speak, fool. No one orders me around.
I bow to
Tread
your
lightly.
I have heard the summons. I'll see to it.
Speak,
Research
fool.
complete.
My might cannot be matched.
What is it? No one trusts me.
Oblivion awaits.
What is it now? Tread lightly. Frostborn hungers. Speak, fool. No one orders me around.
Our town is under attack.
At last.
Research complete.
Tread lightly. What is it now? Tread lightly.
Research complete. My life for Nezu.
What is it now? Tread lightly. This is more like it.
I don't recommend having statues on Spirit Touch, just because, I mean, it's up to you, but they'll try to regenerate the Mono Destroyers who have a negative mana regeneration, and then they'll just result in the Obsidian statues running out of mana very quickly.
No one orders me around.
Now, Frostworms are not a bad idea, but one unique thing about Illidan's AI is he will produce Quaddle in response to you producing Frostworms.
What is it now? Frostborn hungers. Speak, fool.
So now that we've dealt with the recent Illidan and Kale attacks, it's a good time to take out Lady Bosch.
No one. Speak.
My might cannot be matched.
Tread lightly. No one.
Our forces are under attack.
Tread lightly. At last.
The frozen throne.
No one will be around.
We'll see.
Speak, fool. Frostborn hungers. Tread lightly.
Research complete.
Speak, fool. No one will be around.
My might cannot be matched.
What is it now?
The summons.
No one will.
Your Lich King duped me once, but now I have the upper hand.
And this is often a good time to sacrifice a location to Illidan, since you only lose if he captures all 4 obelisks. It's perfectly fine to let him capture 3.
Are under attack. My life for Nezul.
Man, they really hate that one particular
My
acolyte.
fate is sealed.
Tread lightly.
My might cannot be matched.
You can find an amulet with spell shield here if you want.
This inventory is full. Our town is under attack. No one.
What is it?
What's the matter, Arthas? Can't you hold one small patch of ground?
I can if you can defend your allies.
Tread lightly.
No one orders me around. What is
Our
it?
town is under attack.
No one orders me around.
He's actually capturing this one, so I need to,
What is it now?
I need to be careful since he might try to capture this one immediately next since he got pulled over here by, the acolyte.
Tread lightly.
Your pain shall be legendary.
I've reactivated this obelisk. The frozen throne is nearly ours.
What is it now?
Frostborn hungers. Tread lightly.
Speak, fool.
No one cannot be matched. I'll consume the living.
Where
and
shall
the
my
dead.
blood be spilled? Gladly Our
obey.
forces are under attack.
Speak.
Tread lightly.
Speak, fool. No one orders me.
My life for Nezul. Cannot summon
Speak, fool.
Where shall my blood be spilled? Thy will be done.
Tread lightly.
Speak, fool.
At last.
What is it? No one orders me.
Proceed.
I wish only to serve.
Tread lightly.
No one orders me around. Speak, fool.
Tread lightly. Frostborn hungers.
Speak, fool.
You can kill these polar bears for a gem of Khadgar's Gem of Health for plus 300 hit points if you want it.
No one orders me around.
Tread lightly.
Summoning
Make your choice.
No one orders me around.
Our gold mine is nearly empty. Where shall my blood be spilled?
What is it
You
now?
rang.
Speak, fool.
Tread lightly.
Summoning is complete.
Speak. Indubitably. I'll see to it. I serve only the frozen throne. I'll consume the living and the dead.
Speak, fool. What is it now?
Summoning is complete. I bow to your will. My life for Nezul. I gladly obey. I bow. Thy bidding, Master.
Tread
Our
lightly.
forces are under attack.
Oh, turn carrion beetles off for the Blood Elf base. They'll just get controlled by spellbreakers.
No one orders me.
Tread lightly.
No one orders me around. Tread lightly. You will go endlessly.
Our power is under attack.
And the game crashed. So yeah, my game crashed, and unfortunately I basically lost all my progress, but
Frostmourne hungers.
it's not a big deal. So I just got back to about where I was in the,
Speak, fool.
before the game crashed.
What is it now?
And
No one orders me around. What is it now?
yeah, I'll just pick up where I left off.
No one orders me around. Speak, fool. Tread lightly.
Time is fleeting.
I think the only thing different is my heroes might have
No one
slightly different item arrangements, but otherwise should be pretty much the same. I think I also have less gold this time. I think I've spent more time in high upkeep this time around, but
Tread lightly.
maybe my army composition's a little different, but it's basically the same.
Speak, fool. What is it now? No one orders me around. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. No one orders me around.
My might cannot be matched.
Speak, fool.
Yeah, so your priority is death coiling, using Devour Magic. That one's really important. And
No one orders me around.
after that, you can worry about using a Nobrax Impale and Locust Storm.
What is it now?
Our power is under attack.
Tread lightly. No one orders me. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. This is more than
Our forces are under attack.
I swear the frozen throne. Time is fleeting.
Speak. Reactivated this obelisk. The frozen throne is nearly ours.
Aw, Kale came back one last time.
tread lightly. Now, Frostmourne. No one orders me around. Find
The summons. I'll see to it.
The Blood Elf Altar drops a Temple of Valor,
at last.
which is basically just a Captain America helmet.
No one orders me around.
Our forces are under attack.
Sword opening the frozen throne.
What is it now? This is more.
Speak.
Speak, fool. Tread lightly.
My might cannot be matched.
Speak, fool. No one orders me around.
Raid. 5 million. Proceed.
Speak, fool. Frostborn hungers. At last.
And with both Lady Vosh and Kale out of the way, this becomes a lot easier.
No one orders me around. What is it now? Tread lightly. Finally. This is more like it.
Illidan's just been sitting here twiddling his thumbs.
What is it now?
You may also notice that Illidan never gets attack or armor upgrades. I don't know why. It makes things easier at the very least. I don't think it's a glitch. I think it's just intentional.
No one orders me around.
Thy bidding, master.
Speak, fool.
Indubitably.
What is it now? Tread lightly.
The bottom obelisk always has the weakest defenses, and the top one always has the strongest, as you can tell by the royal guards sitting here.
What needs revealing?
My might cannot be matched.
Where shall my blood be spilled?
Time is fleeting. Proceed. I serve only the
I kind of want Illidan to move out so I can take him on without also fighting the defenses of the space at the same time. But for some reason he's just sitting there.
I shall be your eyes. I'll look into it. Let's see.
No one orders me around. At last. Speak, fool.
I have heard the summons.
What is it now?
I'll consume the living and the dead.
Speak, fool. Tread lightly.
What needs revealing? I'll look into it.
Speak, fool. No one orders me around.
Oh, here he comes.
Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers.
My might cannot
Speak.
be matched.
Our gold mine. Tread lightly. No one summons. What is it? Speak. Tread lightly. What is it? Tread lightly. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. What is it now? Speak, fool. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. This is more like it. Speak, fool.
I bow to your will.
Proceed.
I wish only to serve.
Speak, fool. What is it now? Speak, fool.
Don't get too greedy in terms of capturing the obelisks, because Arthas takes triple damage while he's
Speak, fool. Frostmourne
attempting to
hungers.
capture one. And the towers near an obelisk will automatically
lightly.
target him.
Ah, at last.
My life for Nezul. I cannot gladly obey.
At this point, it's just a matter of capturing the obelisks without letting Illidan take any of them back. And the big annoyance here is it's difficult to travel from this area to the left to this area, because you have to go all the way around here.
Summoning is complete. Yes,
And
Master.
Illidan can move from place to place faster than you can by taking the waterways, but your best way of counteracting that is the
I serve
Scrolls
only
of
the
Town
frozen
portal.
throne.
What is it now? This is more
The summons.
Speak.
Choice. Only for this scourge.
Our gold mine has collapsed. No one orders me around. What is it now? Ah, at last. Tread lightly. What is it now? Speak, fool.
Where shall my blood be spilled? My life for Nezul.
Tread lightly. This is more like it. Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers. No one. Speak, fool. Tread lightly.
Summoning is
No one orders me. Speak. Tread lightly.
The third obelisk has been activated. Only one more remains. Rise up, my warriors. Our forces are under attack.
Tread lightly. No one. Speak. No one. What is it? Speak. Tread lightly. What is it? Tread lightly. This is what. What is it now?
The remaining areas of the map are mostly
My
just
life
covered
for
with
Nezul.
Naga outposts and Illidan's base, which is accessible only by water.
No one orders me around.
There's no particular items that you can get.
No one orders me around. Ah, at last.
And the only way, well, there's a few different ways to try. You're not really meant to kill Illid in space.
Tread lightly.
I think the easiest way to do so is to get like as many banshees
What
as
is it now?
possible, and possess a lot of Naga units, like well, pretty much anything you can possess of the Naga is worth possessing.
Speak, fool.
Even then, you'll have to repeat that like 2 or 3 times in order to
What is it now?
do enough damage to his face. It's more of a challenge thing rather than something I would really recommend even doing for fun.
No one orders me around. Finally.
At this point, it's possible Illidan may be attacking over here. In that case, you should use a Scroll of Town Portal to defend that point, and then you can proceed with
At last.
the other point.
Time is fleeting.
What is it? No one. At last. Someone. Tread lightly. Finally. At last.
Is it safe? Death to the surface dwellers.
Speak, fool. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. Finally.
Proceed.
No one orders me around.
I serve
Speak, fool.
only the frozen throne.
No one orders me around. Speak, fool. No one orders me around. What is it now? Speak, fool. At last. No one orders me around.
Time is fleeting.
Tread lightly.
Since there's 3 Naga Royal Guards here, I highly recommend only attacking the space once you've defeated Illidan's strike force.
Frostborn. Speak. This is more like it.
Our forces are under attack.
What is it now? Frostborn. Tread lightly. What is it now? Tread lightly. What is it now? This is more like it.
I serve.
And now we just wait until the obelisk comes under our control. There'll be a oh, here comes Illidan trying to
Time is fleeting.
make one last ditch effort to not lose.
I serve the frozen
Fortunately for him, it's way too late.
Speak.
We've done done it, Anubarak. The throne chamber is open. This is the hour of the Scourge.
The frozen throne is mine, demon. Step aside. Leave this world and never return. If you do, I'll be waiting.
I have sworn to destroy it, Arthas. It must be done.
Never.
Forget this business. Lead your men home. You lost your mind, Arthas.
You lied to your men and betrayed the mercenaries who fought for you. What's happening to you, Arthas?
Prince will find only death in the cold.
And that's the end of the game. The only thing left are the credits.
Storm, earth, and fire, heed my call.
Remember when I said Arthas would get his guitar later? Well, now he has it. So that's the end of the playthrough. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you stuck through the whole thing, then, thank you. I guess a few final notes. The cinematic of Illidan and Arthas fighting is it's really more of a cutscene done with in-game graphics rather than a proper cinematic. I know it was like the Frozen Throne was there's a bit of a deadline crunch, which is why that cutscene didn't get the full treatment. There's a reforged version of it, but I don't consider that to be good either. Personally, I think both have their issues. I think it would have been, well, it definitely needed to be a longer cutscene to show more of a back and forth between Illidan and Arthas. I think in my head, if I were directing it, I would say that it should start like it does, with Illidan and Arthas fighting. Arthas starts getting the upper hand. Illidan uses his metamorphosis ability to turn into a demon, and then sets Arthas on the back foot. But then Arthas retaliates using a death coil and throws Illidan off enough to get the opportunity to stab him. The other thing is that apparently, according to some, I can't remember where I read this or saw this. It was definitely one of the developers talking about the game. Originally, they were supposed to show in the final cinematic Illidan's body being carried away by Kael'thas and Bosch. If you know anything about World of Warcraft, you know that Illidan did not die here. Despite the fact that the ending cinematic kind of makes it look like he might have died. Personally, like, should Illidan have come back? I don't know. Obviously, he was never supposed to die, but, could he have died? Would it have been a better story decision? I don't know. I think in terms of if Illidan is going to die, which I think makes a lot of sense for his character to eventually do so. Given that he's got kind of that tragic hero sort of, a tragic hero or tragic anti-hero, or even anti-villain, depending on your opinion.
Storm, earth, and fire. Heed my
I think he should either be killed by Arthas or kill Jaden. In terms of which characters are most appropriate to kill him. You might argue that Maiev should do it. Obviously, Maiev is also revealed to not have died in World of Warcraft. She just got imprisoned for the sake of irony by Illidan. I think that, by the way, the song's really good. I don't think it's really satisfying for Illidan to spend 10,000 years in prison under Maiev's watch, and then she gets to also kill him. I think it would be more interesting if Maiev had to grapple with the realization that Illidan had just, like, essentially died off screen for her. Like, in a way that just had nothing to do with her. And that would have sort of forced her to have this, like, what do you call it? Introspection, you know, about what she's going to do with the rest of her life. Maybe I'm just biased, speaking as someone who enjoys Maiev's character. I think she would function as a good contrasting character with Malfurion and Tyrande. Who really kind of deserve to, you know, have some, I don't know, have someone challenge the decisions they make. Particularly from, like, a moral standpoint. Because they really do kind of, well, Malfurion makes his decisions more like about how he personally feels, and Tyrande obviously literally killed a bunch of Night Elves to free Illidan, which is highly questionable. I guess on the other hand, if Illidan didn't die, like, you wanted to just keep him around, I think if I were, you know, time traveled back to 2004 and I'm the one in charge of Blizzard, I would have made it so that, instead of the World of Warcraft having, the Alliance and the Horde factions, I would have, made a third faction consisting of Blood Elves, Naga, and Draenei. And then Illidan would be the faction leader of that. And then I think that would also be a pretty good use of his character. While we're watching all these humans and orcs battle each other, I will say also that I don't think World of Warcraft went in the right direction of having the Alliance and the Horde constantly
Storm, earth, and fire, heed my call.
Fight each other, which basically required everyone to act really stupid and pointlessly hostile in order to make sure the conflict continued. considering the entire message of Reign of Chaos is, hey, we have to put aside our petty differences to deal with a greater threat, having that just kind of tossed away left a bad taste in my mouth.
I am the son of the wind and rain. Thunder beckons and I heed the call.
And if I can make one more criticism of World of Warcraft, it's that the way they handled the Lich King as a villain in Wrath of the Lich King, I just don't think it's satisfying at all. They didn't bring back the same voice actor, so I think the Lich King just ended up sounding more like a generic villain. I think they should have kept him, like, sounding like Arthas, keep the snark levels high, he would have some, you know, additional reverb and echo to his voice, since he's now fused with Ner'zhul. I don't know, just make him very just make him more threatening, because as it is in Wrath of the Lich King, he falls into a lot of stupid villain traps, like not apparently having the power to kill the players at any moment, but just choosing not to do so. Oh, and that's the end of the credits. One thing I just want to note, once you head back to the main menu, you realize that you've actually been staring at the end of the game the entire time. How do I know this? Because in the final cinematic, this section, like the Frozen Throne, is all covered up by a some sort of glacial shell, which falls away after Arthas has put on the crown of the Lich King. So because that glacial shell is not here anymore, clearly that means we're looking at the end of the game where Arthas is now sitting up there, having fused with the Lich King. Now the weird thing is that another weird decision in Wrath of the Lich King, World of Warcraft, is that they decide that Arthas just, like, I don't even know what you call it, because Ner'zhul's already dead, but basically, like, assumed full control of being the Lich King. Like, Ner'zhul just got absorbed. I don't really know why they did that. I guess they just wanted to have one character rather than trying to write a fusion, but I don't know, it seems weird to me. I think they should have kept him as a fusion of two characters. The other thing is that it's kind of weird how World of Warcraft takes place like 10 years after Warcraft 3. Like, that's a pretty serious time skip, and it causes, like, it raises the question, what has Arthas been doing for 10 years? And, I mean, there's not really any good explanation other than, like, sitting on his ass. I mean, maybe the whole, like, absorbing the Lich King thing might have, I think that's the explanation, is, you know, he was, engaged in a battle inside of his mind or something, but I don't really think that makes any... I think that's just... that's a poor excuse. I think the best thing is don't have the time skip at all. But or have, like, a way smaller time skip, like maybe 1 year. If you do want to say, hey, World of Warcraft takes place 10 years after Warcraft 3, but we need a reason why the Lich King has not done anything in 10 years. I would say the obvious solution is just say the Faceless Ones are turned out to be a major threat that have been unearthed. And now there's this ongoing war in Northrend between Arthas and, or the Undead Scourge and the Faceless Ones and the Forgotten Ones. That would be kind of an interesting evil versus evil conflict where, you know, both it's completely plausible why you might have a stalemate between Lovecraftian horrors and the literal undead. Anyway, though, that's just me rambling on about all the what-ifs that could have happened. Anyway, I don't really have much else to say. This was my first time using editing software. I probably could have started earlier, but, you know, better late than never. Hopefully the videos will splice together nicely, or at least, you know, not too badly. The next game that I plan to do a Let's Play of is Impossible Creatures, which is another early 2000s RTS. I'll be playing through the campaign of that, and I hope you'll enjoy that too, and I hope you'll watch it. Oh, and I guess the last thing is, you know, if you can find a... I would not purchase Reforged, but if you can find a copy of Warcraft 3, the classic version, then, you know, you might want to give it a shot. I know there's still a multiplayer community. Maybe look into W3 Champions if you're interested in playing multiplayer, or just pick it up for the campaign itself. Like I said, I will not be playing through the bonus campaign. It would take a long time, and it's purely RPG based. Like, you can't lose, your heroes will automatically resurrect. There's no base building or anything. It's not related to the rest of the story. There's other playthroughs of that on YouTube or elsewhere if you want to see that. But, yeah. So, I don't know exactly when I'll start recording the next videos, since I'm a bit busy with classes right now, but, you know, just keep an eye on my channel for new videos. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough, so I'll stop the video here. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Bye.